Let's begin our journey by understanding what research truly means. Research is more than just gathering facts, it's a scientific and systematic search for information on a specific topic. Think of it as a voyage of discovery, where the main goal is to uncover hidden truths that haven't been revealed before. Researchers use structured methods and scientific procedures to find answers, ensuring that their findings are reliable and meaningful. Whether you're solving a problem, seeking intellectual joy, or aiming to contribute to society, research provides a pathway to new knowledge. This foundation sets the stage for everything that follows in the research process. Every research project starts with clear objectives. The primary aim is to discover answers using scientific methods, but motivations can vary, from earning a degree to solving real-world problems or gaining respect in your field. Research can be grouped into four main types: exploratory, descriptive, diagnostic, and hypothesis testing. Exploratory research seeks to investigate new areas, while descriptive research paints a detailed picture of a phenomenon. Diagnostic research identifies causes, and hypothesis testing research checks if assumptions hold true. Understanding these types helps researchers choose the right approach for their questions. Theory is the backbone of research. It acts as a mental shorthand, summarizing relationships among variables within a conceptual framework. A good theory doesn't just explain what we already know, it guides researchers toward new discoveries by pointing out where meaningful relationships are likely to be found. Theories also help generate hypotheses, highlight gaps in knowledge, and connect isolated findings to broader patterns. By using theory, researchers can make sense of complex phenomena and see the bigger picture, making their work more impactful and meaningful. How does theory work in real research? Theoretical frameworks allow researchers to understand diverse phenomena in broader terms. For example, Cohen's theory of delinquent subculture helps explain youth behavior, while Durkheim's observations on suicide rates offer insights into social patterns. These frameworks don't just organize facts, they help researchers see connections, predict outcomes, and identify where knowledge is lacking. By applying theory, researchers can design better studies and interpret their findings in a meaningful context, ensuring their work contributes to the larger body of knowledge. Research relies on two main logical flows: deduction and induction. Deduction starts with a theory, moves to a hypothesis, then to observation, and finally to confirmation. Induction, on the other hand, begins with observations, finds patterns, forms tentative hypotheses, and builds up to theory. Linking findings to general concepts provides a stronger basis for prediction than simply extending past trends. Reformulating empirical observations into theoretical statements allows researchers to make inferences about areas far beyond the original data, increasing the reach and impact of their work. Empiricism is at the heart of research. It means acquiring knowledge through direct observation and experience. Researchers must ensure their findings are verifiable by replicating studies and relying on observed evidence rather than dogma or assumptions. Objectivity and impartiality are crucial. True research avoids bias and doesn't select data just to support a preferred conclusion. Accuracy comes from expertise and following a systematic, step-by-step process. This rigorous approach ensures that research results are trustworthy and can be confidently used to inform decisions or further studies. Navigate research, it's important to understand key terms. A concept is a vivid picture of a phenomenon, helping us visualize what we're studying. A construct is a more focused, abstract idea that researchers define for their specific purposes. A variable is any measurable factor that can change or vary within a study. These terms form the language of research, allowing scientists to communicate ideas clearly and build on each other's work. Mastering this vocabulary is essential for anyone looking to engage deeply with research. Variables are the building blocks of research. Independent variables are presumed causes, while dependent variables are the effects that change in response. Experimental variables are those the researcher manipulates, while measured variables are simply recorded. Active variables can be changed by the researcher, but assigned variables cannot. Quantitative variables are numerical, while qualitative variables are categories. Moderator variables influence the relationship between other variables, and combined variables maintain relationships with both cause and effect. Understanding these distinctions helps researchers design robust studies and interpret results accurately. Research process is a systematic inquiry that uses both inductive and deductive methods to describe, explain, predict, and control phenomena. It unfolds in several stages. First, researchers define the problem, survey existing literature, and develop a hypothesis. Next, they design the study, choose a sample, and collect data. Finally, they execute the project, analyze the data, test hypotheses, interpret results, and prepare a report. Each step is interconnected. The choices made early on shape the outcomes later. Careful planning and anticipation of future steps are key to avoiding difficulties and ensuring success.